making art and following your heart's passion. So it was really exciting to put together an event to honor 20 years of doing that.
The event is called Heart Song. Artists and musicians from across Massachusetts are invited to share their recent work.
I think what my father envisioned for this place was a place of healing and a place that community could gather. Now it's evolved into artists being able to use it as a canvas to display their art and their love of art.
We invited 5 sculpture artists who each have unique and beautiful art and sculptures that are going to be on display.
The work behind me is Bill Tobin, who truly speaks of abstract art and its sense of your understanding what it takes in a man's mind to create art.
As well as 5 bands that spread from Hampshire County to Franklin County to Berkshire County, which is pretty much all of Western Massachusetts.
It's hard for me to imagine it's all here. It's just so hard for me to imagine. You know, when did it all happen and when did this dream come to reality? I'm a very, very lucky artist because today you saw it, there are people everywhere. So I'm rewarded really continually and inspired by them. They ignite a fire in me that says, keep going, you know, you're not done.
My connection with Richard has gone on for the past 20 years. But when I stand out in this place, I'm impressed because it keeps changing every time I come here.
If I were forced to sum up Richard's work in one sentence, I would say it is an assertion of self, a search for transcendence, a labor of love, and an invitation for admiration, but also, in Richard's case, for people to participate and enjoy.
I lived out a dream today, you know. The dream was art, being in my installation, music, people who appreciated what is here. And the gift of my community, a place I love with all of my heart, something I will remember for the rest of my life, and something I hope will happen regularly. When it comes to teamwork, my daughter has the patience of a god as she watches me first thing this morning go through my anxiety meltdown and wonder, is anybody gonna come? You know, how's this gonna work? And yet this wonderful daughter of mine, who is truly her father's gift, has allowed me the freedom to be the artist that I've become today. And without her, I would have never had that. And I love her with all my heart.
After the break, what does the future hold for the Three Sisters Sanctuary?
My father's a man on a mission, and his mission is to catch the vision. Whether he knows exactly what that is, I don't know, but I think he's more than halfway there. What I find most impressive about my father's work here is his persistence to chase something that is financially giving him no gain and pushing forward regardless to that. Just raw ambition.
20 years spent shaping and sculpting the landscape. But what happens when there's no more space to work with?
We are closing in. I mean, you know, we don't have that much more left. We don't have that much more land left. And I really need more time to spend on the next part of this, which is to figure out how to make it self-sustaining and how to figure out how to preserve it past my lifetime. Right now, I'm young and ambitious, but, you know, the clock is ticking. Like it or not, you know. time will go by, and before you know it, it'll be 15 years from now, and I'll be 80 years old. But when I'm 90 and I'm not here, I want to make sure that it's preserved. I want to make sure that this isn't just something that gets consumed by nature.
Richardson maintains a bed and breakfast for visiting tourists or those wishing to relax in the gardens for a few days.
Three Sisters Sanctuary has been so warmly embraced by the community, by Western Massachusetts, that its future is bright and sunny and colorful and vibrant.
I would envision in the future this area to make people happy, to make people want to go out of their way to stop into a small little town like Goshen to see this place. As far as its growth, I would love to see more artists be able to display their art here, to be able to express themselves, and be able to keep that going for, however long it goes.
The Richardson-Labonte family, I think, is destined to have a very long legacy, not only from the standpoint of the stoves and preserving a piece of American history that might otherwise be lost. We have made this beautiful space that is built from materials that have existed long before us and will likely exist long after us.
And as for Richard's retirement, his friends refuse to believe it.
Richard says that as soon as this is done, it'll be over, and I think that's nonsense. If he did end it, he would have to start doing something else. It's work that is play. It's very satisfying because it's creative, and it really gives meaning to life. And so I could be wrong, but I don't think he'll stop.
This is going to sound a little weird and a little off the wall, but I am somebody who's being channeled. I have no background in landscaping. I have no background in art, but yet something's been created here on a monumental level that has come through me. So I go around the corners and I say, wow, okay. And then I find myself going around the next corner, which isn't finished. And something says, here, stop, think about it this way. So I spend every day exploring my life and seeing what it is that's waiting for me to do next.
My father's a man on a mission, and his mission is to catch the vision. Whether he knows exactly what that is, I don't know. But I think he's more than halfway there.
I guess it'll depend on how I continue to be channeled and whether or not the gods want me to continue to move forward on this. So there's a closing to this part of it. It's sad for me, but I gotta stop it sooner or later. 20 years feels like enough anyway. I mean, that's been a long commitment to any one project, and I would not have thought it would have taken 20 years. So, that's the way it is.